Welcome to the deep dive. We take stacks of research, product info, all sorts of sources, and try to boil it down for you.
Yep, get right to the good stuff.
Exactly. And today we're diving into something pretty fascinating. It could really change how you interact with, well, almost everything digital.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine talking to a system and it responds. Well, it sounds so natural, you might actually forget it's AI.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're jumping into conversational AI today. Specifically, how these AI agents are being built to really speak, not just type back at you. It's transforming digital interactions.
Okay, so our sources for this, we're looking at excerpts from a product page, some insights from a company that's really up in this
A
space.
specialist company.
And our mission here, for you listening, is basically to give you a shortcut. So you're quickly up to speed on what conversational AI is, how they make it sound so human, the kind of surprising places it's popping up,
Across loads of industries, yeah.
and, why this tech seems really poised to redefine things. Let's dig in.
All right. So, first things first. What is conversational AI, really? At its heart, it's about building AI agents that can actually speak.
Right, speak, not just text.
Exactly. Moving beyond those text boxes,
Mm.
it turns interactions on websites, apps, even phone calls into these, well, much more engaging and responsive conversations.
Okay, engaging and responsive, but what makes them sound so human? Our sources mention some key
Yeah,
things.
there are a few technical bits that are crucial, like super low latency,
You name them.
meaning it responds almost instantly, no awkward silences.
Mm.
That's huge for making it feel natural.
Okay, low latency. What else?
Then there's the voice quality itself,
There you go.
access to, like, over 100 different high-quality voices.
Wow, okay.
And support for, I think it was 31 languages, which is
Yeah.
pretty amazing for global reach.
31. Yeah, that's massive flexibility.
Definitely. And the basic idea is simple, right? Like the example they give, agent says, hello, how can I help? You say, hi there. It's that immediate back and forth.
But it's more than just a chatbot saying lines, isn't it? There's a key difference.
Oh, absolutely. Traditional chatbots, they often feel rigid, stuck to a script. Conversational AI aims for dynamic, flexible dialogue. It adapts.
Yeah, and that distinction seems really important. We saw a quote from Felix Su at Scale.
Right, they use this tech.
He said, adding the voice gives it a punchy feel, which I thought was interesting phrasing. He felt without it, it might just get lost in the shuffle as just another chatbot.
Yeah, I mean, who needs another chatbot, right?
Exactly. He wanted something more like a live reading partner, capable of off-script conversational deep dives.
So it's about mimicking those subtleties of human speech, right? The pauses, the tone, the quick responses, that's what makes it feel less like a tool and more like a partner you can actually talk to. Builds trust.
Totally. And thinking bigger picture, these agents, they're positioned to revolutionize operations across all sorts of areas.
Yeah, it's not just one niche. It's customer support, it's gaming, it's sales, a whole spectrum,
Okay, let's break down some of those core business uses. Customer support seems like an obvious one.
for sure. Handling calls or chats 24/7, always consistent with the brand's voice. That's a huge win.
Imagine not waiting on hold and still getting that consistent, on-brand help.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just answering questions. Think about scheduling.
Appointments, yeah.
Automating bookings, handling rescheduling, cancellations. It just simplifies all that back and forth.
Which frees up human agents for the really complex stuff, the things that need empathy.
Precisely. It reshapes workflows.
Yeah.
And then there's sales.
Outbound sales, how does that work?
Personalizing cold calls, but doing it at scale. And actually qualifying leads effectively. It's about efficiency and reach there.
Okay, those make sense. Business efficiency. But you mentioned some more surprising, maybe innovative uses.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Like gaming.
Gaming, how so?
Well, imagine non-player characters, NPCs,
Yeah.
that aren't just reading off a script. They can have dynamic conversations, offer quests based on what's happening.
Yeah.
It makes the game world feel much more alive.
So more emergent stories, unpredictable characters, instead of just clicking through dialogue trees?
Exactly. It makes your choices feel like they actually matter more.
That sounds cool. What else?
Education's another big one. Delivering lessons that adapt to how a student is doing. Quizzes that change based on progress.
Like a truly personalized AI tutor. One that understands your struggles and adjusts. Wow.
Yeah, the potential there is enormous. And then fan engagement.
Fan engagement.
Yeah, like the Aston Martin Formula One team, they have this AI called A.Lonzo.
Hey, Alonso, okay.
And it engages fans with trivia, live updates, answers questions, even simulates chats, makes the team feel more accessible, more personal.
Huh. So really diverse applications. Okay, the tech behind it must be pretty complex then. For those listening who like the nuts and bolts, how do they actually build these natural conversations?
Right, let's pull back the curtain. It's basically a toolkit, according
Ooh.
to our sources, three main components.
Okay,
You need speech to text, obviously, to understand what the user is saying.
transcribes the voice. Got it.
Then you need an LLM, a large language model, that's the brain, understanding the meaning and figuring out what to say back.
Like GPT or Claude or Gemini.
Exactly, those kinds of
Like
models. And finally, text to speech, to actually speak the response out loud in that natural voice.
speech to text, LLM, text to speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you mentioned something about interruptions, turn taking.
Yes, that's the secret sauce, you could say. The magic, as the source calls it. It's the logic between those components.
What kind of logic?
It manages the flow of conversation, who talks when, what happens if you interrupt. It needs to handle that smoothly to avoid talking over each other or those weird pauses.
So it's predicting intent, reading conversational cues,
Mhm.
trying to mimic that natural give and take we have.
Precisely. That's what separates it from just piping text through a voice synthesizer.
And how fast can you actually get one of these things up and running? Is it a massive project?
Apparently not. The sources say deployment in minutes, not months.
In minutes. Seriously.
That's what it claims. And it scales instantly, so you can start small and grow without huge delays.
Mhm. Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And how easy is it for developers to actually integrate this?
Seems pretty flexible. They mention a WebSocket API.
Which is like a fast, real-time connection.
Yeah, for instant communication. And SDKs, software development kits for common languages like JavaScript, React, Python, iOS, so developers can plug it in relatively easily.
And you mentioned the LLMs, you're not locked into just one.
Yep. Flexibility there too. Choose from the big ones like Claude, GPT, Gemini, or you can even connect your own custom LLM if you have one through a server integration.
So it talks, it understands, can it actually do things? Connect to the outside world.
Yes. It uses something called tools. These let the agent make API calls to other services,
Meaning?
meaning it can fetch real-time information like checking stock levels or actually take actions like booking that appointment or a flight we talked about. It's not just chat.
Okay. And for phone calls specifically, any special tech there?
Yeah, they mentioned integration with Twilio using a standard audio encoding called BooLaw at 8,000 hertz.
Which basically means,
It ensures the voice sounds clear and natural, even over a regular phone line, not robotic or muffled.
got it. So the tech sounds solid, but does it actually work in the real world? Do we have proof?
Yeah, the testimonials seem pretty strong. There was one from Reese Nolka at Bertelsmann.
Bertelsmann, what did they say?
They used it for a chess learning app, giving a voice to their AI tutor, Dr. Wolf. He said it completely transformed our app, brought a whole new dimension to learning chess online.
A whole new dimension. Okay, that sounds impactful.
And then there's Deutsche Telekom. John Abramson said they will always partner with the best
Yeah.
and declared that in voice the best is 11 Labs.
High praise.
And they didn't just say it, they invested in the technology. So that's a pretty significant vote of confidence from a major player. Shows they're serious about its potential.
Okay, so it's powerful, it's getting results, but is it accessible? Or is this only for giant companies with huge budgets?
That's a fair question. Based
Sure.
on the sources, it looks like they've tried to make it accessible with tiered plans, different levels for different users.
So options for individuals, maybe developers just playing around?
Exactly. There's a free tier, actually. Gives you a decent chunk of credits each month, like 10,000.
And what can you do with those free credits?
Quite a bit, it seems. Text to speech, speech to text, the conversational AI itself, access to their studio tools, even automated dubbing and API access.
So enough to experiment and build something.
Yeah, they say 10K credits gets you about 10 minutes of high-quality text-to-speech, or maybe 15 minutes of the conversational AI, enough to try it out properly.
Okay, free to start, and then if you need more.
Then you move into paid plans. Starter, Creator, Pro. They scale up. More credits, so more minutes of usage.
And more features, too.
Right. Things like commercial licenses, which you need for a business application, voice cloning, either instant or higher quality professional cloning, better audio quality options, more concurrent usage. It scales up depending on your needs.
Makes sense. What about really big organizations? Enterprises?
There's an enterprise tier for them.
This?
Custom pricing, volume discounts, dedicated support, the usual enterprise stuff.
And probably some key compliance things, too. Security.
Definitely. They mention end-to-end encryption, being compliant with GDPR for privacy, HIPAA for healthcare data, SOC 2 for security standards, crucial for big companies, especially in sensitive industries.
Okay. And one interesting point, creating the agents themselves, is there a limit?
Apparently not. The source says no limit to the number of agents you can create on any plan.
Really?
Yeah, the limits are just on how many calls can happen at once and your total monthly credit usage. But you can build as many different agents as you want.
That's great for experimentation. Build lots of different specialized agents.
Exactly. Okay, so maybe let's try and wrap this up to
Yeah,
recap.
let's summarize. We've seen that combining these technologies, speech to text, the LLM brains, text to speech, but crucially adding that smart logic for handling the actual conversation flow.
The turn-taking, the interruptions.
Right. That results in these incredibly natural, human-sounding AI voices. And they're not just a novelty, they're really starting to reshape how we interact with digital systems across the board.
From customer service to, well, learning chess.
So the final thought for you, the listener, to maybe mull over. Given how natural and versatile this conversational AI is becoming, what does that unlock?
Hmm.
What new ways to connect with information or learn things or even just be entertained does this open up? How might it really fundamentally change your day-to-day digital life?
Something to think about.
Definitely. Think about that until our next deep dive.